Welcome to the T Shay Show. Hello. Welcome to the T Shay Show. I'm Tika, and today, um, first of all, is the first day that we are on air during Black History Month. So, I'm excited about that. We have a lot lined up for this month. Yeah, we have a lot lined up this month, Dave. We have a lot of talent that's going to be coming. And today we have Robin the writer that is coming on the show, and she's going to tell us a lot about what she does, the material that she has written, and stage plays and everything like that. Um, and Saturday, we have Shannon Bryant coming on to the show. So I'm looking forward to seeing her Saturday.
I know that name for some reason.
Really? Yeah, she is a motivational speaker.
Might be why.
Yeah, she's an actress. She does a lot. So I'm excited. Let me see. Oh, and here's another thing, Dave. I have another co-host coming on.
What is fries?
Yes, I'm happy. Miss Tish, she's gonna be our co-host for on Thursdays.
Cool.
And she's gonna bring it. I'm excited to have her on the show and everything like that. I'm gonna call Robin and tell her to come in.
I can just go get her.
Okay, thank you. So what's up, the T-Shay viewers? Hi, Robin. How are you? Nice for you to join us today on the T-Shay Show. I'll wait for you to get situated. Thank you. You ready? Okay. Hello, Robin the writer. I'm good. Well, like I said, I'm glad to have you on the T Shay Show. And, you know, I have did a little research, on you. And I must say that you are talented.
Thank you.
And I am very interested.
Closer to the mic.
Thank you.
Okay. Tell us, tell some of our viewers who may not know Robin the writer. What is it that you have done? What material? Name some books. Just tell us about what you got going on.
Okay. For those of you that don't know, I'm Robin the writer. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, by way of Huntington, New York.
Okay.
Yes, that's where I was born, in Huntington, New York. And I've self-published 4 books of my own, and I've also edited, and I think I edited like 2 and published for 2 other people. And I've wrote and edited for 2 other people, so I think 4 additional. And I've done a couple of stage plays. I turned my book into a stage play, Tragedy. I wrote a book called Tragedy, Who Are We Inviting into Our Lives, and I turned it into a stage play, which I've done twice. And I did a couple of more stage plays, one titled Side Chicks, one titled Boaz is Coming, and I co-wrote a play called Scatterhearts.
Scatterhearts.
Yes.
Okay. Where have you did these plays at?
I done the music hall. Scatterhearts was at the music hall.
Okay.
And that is the biggest venue that I play so far. I'm looking forward to more, but I've also did the Northwest Activity Center, and I've always utilized the African American Museum.
Okay, that's a good thing. Could you tell us about Tragedy?
Tragedy, who are we
Which is your book?
into our lives? Yes. Tragedy was it's based on a true story.
Okay.
Okay, based. Like I took some of a true story and turned it into a book, and it was just about a situation with a female that was involved with whose boyfriend that she even thought she was pregnant by, and it turned out to be another female.
Okay. Did you turn Tragedy into a stage play?
Tragedy was a stage play twice.
Really?
Yes, it once at the Northwest Activity Center and once at the African American Museum.
That's interesting. Okay. Are there any other books that you have written?
Yes, I have Ghetto Psychotherapy, which is a woman's self-help guide through relationships. And it also comes with a workbook. So the workbook counts as a book also. And then I have my new book, which is called Know His Voice, Recognizing the Voice of God When You Hear It, which is coming out this weekend. I will be doing some pre-orders on Facebook, on my Facebook page.
Okay. What motivated you to write?
What motivated me to write was reading urban literature and basically knowing that I was just tired of it and that I could maybe do a little better.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because I stay humble. Maybe do a little better. So I took a chance on myself.
Chances sometimes make champions.
Yes.
Okay.
Took a chance on myself. And I tried to publish through regular publishing houses, and I kept getting denied. So I just did a little research, like what does it take to be a publisher? And once I found that out, I was like, I could do this myself.
Yeah.
So basically, once you learn a marketing strategy, and with social media,
You can make some things
make it
happen.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Well, tell us about give the viewers of the T-Shay Show a synopsis of ghetto psychotherapy.
Ghetto psychotherapy. When people hear the word ghetto, they always
Is that your second? Tell us what.
that ghetto psychotherapy was my first book.
Okay.
And it came from a lot. It came from personal things. It came from always hearing friends and friends of friends always crying and whining about relationships and what should I do, and this happened and that happened and how do I handle it. And it's so basic, and ghetto is just it's not a neighborhood. You can be a billionaire and you can be ghetto if you think low, if you dress, talk, act. It's a way. It's a way of life. That's what ghetto is. And psychotherapy is just basically, if something is wrong mentally, therapy is fixing it. Something's wrong, therapy fix it. Fix it.
Okay. That definitely sounds like a page turner.
Ghetto psychotherapy is more of it's self-help because it's self-reflection. I also wrote a workbook with that one.
Okay.
It's a workbook because I basically feel like if you get alone to yourself, you read the chapter and I ask questions, you can write them down. I mean, you can write your answers that pertain to you.
Okay.
Not the answers that pertain to what I think of you or how you might feel about me. The answers that pertain to Robin. So that's what I did the workbook for, because then when you start, it has a chapter that says make a list of what you want. What do you want? Sometimes people don't even know what they want.
A lot of
and
times.
once you know what you want, I hope that you won't accept what you don't want.
Right.
You know, a lot of times we just take what we can get.
Mm-hmm.
That's not. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
That's called settling.
And settling, I don't think that, that's a good thing. Like
Settling is not a good thing because I like chocolate cake.
that. Okay.
And so I'm not settling for
Vanilla.
just because that's all you have.
Right.
I'm going to go to another store and I'm going to get some chocolate because that's what I like.
Okay.
It's like, so if I give you liver, you eat liver?
No, I don't eat liver.
So if I give you liver, you're going to eat it?
No, I'm not going to eat liver.
it's-
Just not my preference of food.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. What's your next move, Robin?
My next move is to finish this movie that I've been shooting.
Okay, movie talk. Let's get it. Let's
Yes,
get
I
into
started
it, girl.
writing a movie. I have a brother that's incarcerated, and he sent me a movie script, and I put my own spin on it. He gave me full creative control.
Okay.
So that's like everything. So I actually shot up to 2 scenes. The third scene is in it's a park. It's a barbecue. So I'm waiting on spring.
Oh, okay. Now, let me ask you a question. Would you be interested in writing a saga with other authors?
Yes.
You
Yes,
would be
that
totally
is-
open to that.
That is something I totally want to do.
Okay.
I totally want to get together with writers and write together because I don't know why, but here in Detroit that I know, it's like we do a little of this, a little of that, a little of this, and we accomplish a little of this, a little of that, and I think that we can collectively come together and accomplish more.
I do too. I really do think that would be like a
Yeah.
great thing.
But we have to come out of that mentality, of that crab in the bucket mentality.
Yes.
That for one, and for two, I think people always worried about how much they put in. Like me personally, I'll write a whole script and I'll tell you what to do. You don't even have to put my.
What'd you tell me? What'd you tell
I
me?
will tell you what to do. I'll be like, you do this, you do that, you put that there. My name, it's just not important to me that my name is there and my face is all on the poster and
Okay.
and and I'm all like I'm Jesus. Like, no, I'm not. I just love my work. I love to do this, and I love to see other people work, and I love to see the look on people's face when they say, I never done nothing like this before, and they get out on that stage and they shine.
That is a beautiful thing.
I love that.
Now, I was gonna ask you, is there anybody like in the industry that you would like to work with, collab with? Just your dream person if you could collab and write a book with anyone, who would it be?
Write a book.
Or write a book,
I
movie.
would like to work with. Let me see. Well, I have worked with Tim McCall. I love working with Tim McCall, and I actually want to work with Tim McCall again.
Okay.
But I am also open to work with. I don't know if you heard of Mark Hunter. He's a good writer. He is definitely a good writer, and Dennis Reed is also a good writer.
Yeah, I'm familiar
Definitely a
with
good
Dennis
writer.
Reed. We had him here on the show.
Did you?
Yes, we had Dennis here on the show.
Yes.
But yeah, I agree. He's talented as well. Now, what you told me, during our briefing was, and it made sense. You said if you love to do something, you will do it for free. But if you love it, and you're good at it, the money will come to you.
Yeah, you'll never work another day. In your
Yeah, that's what you said. You said you never work another day.
Never work another day in your life because it won't be work to you.
Yeah.
When you're doing what you love, it's not work.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So how do you feel about Black women empowerment?
Black women empowerment.
Since this is Black History
I feel
Month.
like
Or women in general. I'm not just going to sit
right,
here and
because,
just say black.
And I'm happy that you said that.
Yeah.
Because I had a radio show and it was called Black Woman Magic. And I decided to take that away because one of my best friends is not black.
Right. And I have friends that's
and
not
I'm
black.
Like, how would she feel, if she had to come on? I just want to take ethnicity out of it and say women are magical
Period.
That we are.
And I totally agree.
We are magical.
So
period,
that's why.
And women empowerment has become very big.
Yeah, I think we run things. Really like we're the strength.
To a point.
To a point, not physical strength, but not physical
yes,
strength.
right. Because we need our men.
Yeah.
Yes. And I had dedicated the week before last. I dedicated my whole Facebook page to empowering men. Every morning I got up and I said a positive message to men in general. And I asked a few ladies that I knew. I was like, could you come on with me and put a post up about men? It's something really nice to make men feel good about themselves. I got a lot of response from men that was like, thank you. It was like, this year is starting off okay already. Thank you, sister. But I got a lot of negativity asking women to do that. They were like, oh, why should we glorify them? And I'm just tired of that. I'm tired of all the negativity about men, and there's no good men, and there's this and this.
There are good men.
That is not the truth. There are great men
Mm-hmm.
out here. And there are men that just need a little guidance.
Yeah. They do need. You have some men that needs a little guidance, and then
we have some that need a lot.
Yes, and we have some women that need some direction.
Ooh,
a whole lot of
yes,
it. You hear me?
Right.
But it's good people everywhere. I think.
Exactly.
You just have to read the soul. Not necessarily read the soul, but energy. You have to match energy, and a person can pick up on bad energy.
Yes.
A person can pick up on a
Okay.
person that has their whole persona just seems pure.
Right.
And that's up to the discretion of whoever, you know what I'm saying, you getting involved with. But on another note, let's talk about love.
Love.
Yes,
Ooh.
let's talk about
Ooh.
love. Since
Okay.
she's chilling on the T-Shay show with me
Oh,
today.
boy. Touche.
Well, black love. I like black love. I love, black marriages. Not even marriages, period. You know what I mean? But being for real about it, honestly, is not a lot of two-parent households in our culture, I don't think.
In our culture, yes, because I suppose a lot of us come from one-parent households, and the trickle-down effect. Like, you just cannot be too strong. Even though I predominantly raised my children alone, I did not instill in them that is the way it was supposed to go. It's just the way that it went.
Okay.
I wanted them to pursue marriage before children. I wanted them to have a family.
Okay.
And work things out, and I didn't want them to be like me. And I've been blessed. I have a daughter that's been married 10 years.
Okay.
And she has 2 children.
That's a blessing.
And yes, and then I have a daughter that was engaged. She's not engaged now.
That was a lesson.
But she co-parents very well.
Okay.
They co-parent very well. And so therefore, I'm pretty sure that in the future, she'll get married. I mean, if that's her heart desire.
Yeah.
But so that's why. And then we have a lot of women trying to raise men.
Okay. Now, let me stop you there. Okay. Remember when we were just talking about, like, you have some women that's when you were like giving, complimenting men on your social media.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you had a good reaction out of some people, and then you had a negative reaction out of other people. Now, the women that may have had that negative reaction, it was like, why do we have to, basically give them compliments or, say anything good about men? Maybe it's because they had a bad encounter with a man that could have been possibly raised by a woman, or vice versa, could have only been raised by his dad. And if that's the case, I mean, far as any child, I think they need a balance. You know what I'm saying? Because they need a balance.
You do. Well, where I grew up, it was a guy that was raising his children. Him and his wife had divorced. And he kept the boys, and I think she took the girl. It was a girl and a couple. He kept the boys, and then I had my daughter and my niece. and his boys, they went to school together. And he, well, report card time came, and his son gave my daughter $7.
Okay.
And his other son gave my niece $13 or $14.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Where does money come from?" And they was like, "Yeah, those are our little friends or whatever." So I was like, had to explain that. I'm like, "You're her boyfriend,
Right.
You know, that's you guys are like maybe it was in elementary school."
Oh no boyfriends.
And so I walked down to their house because they lived on the corner. I walked down there and I spoke with the young man, and he was a Caucasian gentleman,
Okay.
and his wife was black. And so I was telling him what happened, and he said, "Well, yeah, I know. They came home and they told me that." He said, "I told them they were setting themselves up for a lot of disappointment in life, but it's their money. They earned it for their report cards. They can do what they want to do with it."
Mm.
I said, "No, they can't give it to my daughter and my niece. That's what the kid,
Right.
because I don't know what
You don't allow
do it
that
here, but we don't do that here,
Right. Okay.
And he didn't understand it, and he never liked me from that point on.
Mm.
He did not like me.
And what was your reason? I mean, if I don't have daughters, I don't have any girls. I have 2 boys, but what was your reason for not allowing that?
It was just very inappropriate.
I agree in elementary, but as a boy's mom, I may let things slide more so. Okay. Yeah, I may let things slide because they're boys, But if I had girls, it'd be different. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Because what are you paying for?
You're right.
You in elementary school. Like, what's going on here? So yeah. And no, I would not have let it slide with my son. I would not have. I have a son.
So okay, you would not have let it slide.
Because I mean, he would have had to explain. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Teach you something with that. Okay. And you know what? I agree to some extent, but with boys and depending on how they're raised, they may see their dad, gifting their mom all the time,
exactly.
and so it could have been innocent.
Because you're his wife or his girlfriend. So once again, where's your mind? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So let's see. What else? Is there anything you want to talk about? Like,
just because you mentioned being a playwright and working on a movie and that kind of stuff, how has COVID impacted that for you?
Oh gosh, has COVID impacted it? Well, COVID has impacted it to the point of even when I started shooting the movie. It used to be we could all gather around, the whole cast could come together. Now I can only work with who's in this scene.
Okay.
And it's kind of difficult because we're used to all being together, collaborating. You see how she did that. You see her expression. Now you can't do that. Now you can only work with who in this scene, which is gonna make editing like, oh, right, exactly, horrible. Yeah. So yes, COVID has impacted the fact that we have to stay 6 feet apart. Everything's closed down. So I actually had money on a venue to do the play. I did a play called Boaz is Coming, and I did it at the church first, and that was the full dress rehearsal. Then I turned around and did it at the African American Museum, and they wanted to do it one more time. That cast was so excited, and we wanted to do it one more time for the church, and then COVID hit, and so I put my money down, and it's $1,500 hanging in the balance. They're not trying to give nothing back. They like, okay, further down when whatever, you got a space here. So yes, COVID has impacted it
tremendously, huh?
Tremendously.
So I know that you guys don't mask up during filming because
well, we stay 6 feet apart.
Okay.
We practice social distancing. We take a temperature.
You take temperature checks for all the cast,
because we only can do who's in this scene.
Okay.
It's just saying like if we were shooting and it's him and I in this scene.
Mm-hmm.
So we practice social distancing, and like I might be saying something in your face, and now I'm saying something from over here.
Right.
So yes.
Well, that's something. I remember reading stuff that even SAG, the Actors Guild out in California, with all the stuff that has started shooting again, they're facing the same challenges. they're used to being able to have like full sets and all that kind of stuff. And no, now you can't have, 13 runners and nope.
She said no.
Can't do it. And actually, when we were rehearsing on the porch. We were rehearsing on the porch. Well, for a scene that had to be at a hotel room. But, like I said, every time that guy turned his camera on, that's money. So we're going to get this scene right here on this porch before we go to this hotel, okay? Because when we go to this hotel, I just want you to ace the scene. Let me pay you. Let's go. Next. So, yes.
Okay.
I absolutely love this.
Well, thank you. Is there anybody that you would like to work with in the industry, like if you could? I mean, not local.
Of course, Tyler Perry.
I know everybody wants to.
Perry.
I was waiting on you to say that.
Everybody wants to work with Tyler Perry. I do plan on taking. I mean, if they're still doing the tour, they have to tour for the new studio that he's opened up.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually a tour in Atlanta.
Really?
Yes, it is, and I do. And actually, I hear that he's building another home that actually has an airport.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Perry blew up, from homeless.
Yes, he did.
Yes, from homeless.
Won't God do it?
Won't he do it, though?
All the time. So, is there anything, like any advice that you would like to give our young ladies,
As far
as any advice, whatever may come to mind, as far as if they want to write a book, if they want to write a play.
If they want to write a book, if they want to write a play, whatever you want to do, you can do it. And don't let no one person, not even me, stop you.
Okay.
Nobody. Because I remember writing a manuscript, which is an unpublished book. And I remember it's like, I need this lady to edit it, and I need her. And my pastor referred me to someone. And I sent her the file, and she never got back in touch with me.
Okay.
And so about 3 months later, he was like, how'd that go? I said, well, she never got back in touch with me. I'm on hold. He said, hey, you working right now? I'm like, no. He said, okay, get your dictionary and a thesaurus and get the editing, because you never let one person hold you up from nothing. You keep it moving. She didn't answer you back, so what are you doing?
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you do it.
And did you do that?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I'm always available to help people. I mean, it's just what I love. I'm always available. Whatever you want to, if you want to write a book, you want me to show you how to do the cover, you want me to show you how to publish it, get it printed, whatever you want to do, play. I'm always available to help. I'm never the person that doesn't have time to help another person, because it's enough room for all of us.
It is. And going back to what we were talking about, now I'm going to talk to the viewers of the T-Shay Show. You guys heard her, Robin the writer, say, and I'm talking to all of writers out there, the directors, people like that. You heard her say that she is open for collaboration about writing a saga.
Yes.
With other authors, other writers, possibly coming together, putting a screenplay or anything together.
Correct.
Yes. So where can they reach you, Robin? How can they get at you?
You can reach me at, my phone number is 313-327-7896. I have a business phone. I don't even know the number. I just really got it, but I take personal calls, business calls. You can also reach me on Facebook. It's Robin, ROBYN Richardson, RICHARDSON. And on Twitter, I'm not sure, but you can reach me on Facebook, and I'll put up my Twitter. And actually, I'll put up my Twitter and my Instagram on Facebook.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure. I don't tweet and Instagram a lot. I Facebook a lot,
I Facebook a lot
probably
too.
telling my age, but
No. That's not telling your age, because I Facebook a lot too. So that's
Facebook
fine.
a lot. I go live and I rant or I talk about things a lot. I do, especially when something is really like on my mind. I have to talk about it.
And that's your therapy.
Yes, and especially if God is telling me something and I just have to do it, I have to. Like I don't want to go on Facebook. Then I'll go on there, and if it helps somebody, fine.
Yeah. And, you'll be surprised, how your story may help someone else that you might not know.
not only your story, it could be your story, it could be your testimony, it could just be something that's on your mind, because we live in a world where people like to shame people about everything. It's like this social bullying and all this stuff.
You're so right.
Cyberbullying, and I don't even understand cyberbullying, because I can hang up on you so fast.
Or you can
And I got
delete,
this block button, delete.
Yes.
You know, all of this. So I don't even understand, but we live in a whole nother generation. And so people not really open to tell people their problems. But if you talk about a problem, that if I get on Facebook and talk about a problem that you may be having and you get an answer, that's fine, without people knowing that you even have that problem. That is how I like to help people. I don't want to talk to you about something and then go back and tell everybody what I talked to. Oh, I was talking to Tika about this. No, because the Bible says that if you do stuff just to get
notoriety,
then there's your reward. There you go. That's all you got.
Yep.
So no, and I don't do that to people, because I wouldn't want it done to me.
Right.
So I'm a full advocate of doing to others as you would like them to do unto you, because I have done bad things in my past and it has really come back on me. And every time something came on me, I always knew where that came from. It's like, you know what, Robin, you can't even get mad, because remember when you did that? Yes.
At least you know you're a woman of character. You know.
It comes with wisdom. It comes with wisdom. It comes with time.
Oh, here's Dave. This is what we're gonna do. And now that I'm on air, I'm gonna say this. I had already posted this to my page, but the opinions and expressions of the guests on the T-Shay Show does not reflect the views of the T-Shay Show. Okay? Y'all heard me say that.
Yes.
It's a pretty standard disclaimer.
Right. But,
Yeah.
it's, But anywho, so Dave.
I mean, not that you just said anything that blew anybody up or anything.
No, I didn't. That's not what I'm in the business of doing, blowing people up, okay? But I have to, I had to say that. Let's see. Anything else, Robin?
Yes, I like to say I really, really love. I just keep looking around. I love this. So podcast. What is it? Podcast Detroit. Nice. I would like for all my followers to check this out. This is really nice.
Well, this whole plaza is really cool. I like this place.
Really?
Well, I mean, it's built entirely out of shipping containers. That's kind of a cool thing. Yeah.
Yes. I saw something like that in the Cut.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you, Robin, for stopping by, talking
Thank you
to us.
for having me. I'm straight off work.
That's
Hurried
okay.
up and ran over here to be here on time, and I really appreciate it. And once again,
I'll be looking forward to talking to you soon.
Okay.
All right.
I sure will. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.